Hey, everybody. Welcome back again to a little Austin Sports Weekend with Austin, the man here himself. We are into week 2, week 3 of the NFL. It is full bore right now. We're starting to find out,
Which teams are good, which teams are not good.
yeah, and which teams are sort of iffy. But,
I've got a good feeling this time around which team is not good.
Yeah. Before we get started too much, thanks again for SevereTV.com for setting us up here in the studio. Thanks again for Autographs Plus for setting us up here and sponsoring us. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Week 2, let's go ahead and recap some scores here. First of all, we need to talk about the Thursday night game. It should have been a really good matchup. We had the Bills at the Dolphins.
Tua's continuous problem with concussion reared its head again.
Yeah, Tua needs to be. I don't know. He's not a running back.
Yeah, probably just throw it away the next time around.
Yeah,
I'm
Buffalo-
just saying that for your health, man.
Yeah.
I don't want you to
I'm a Tua fan. I think
He's got enough talent,
I think he's got-
definitely.
I think he's
from
got plenty of
Alabama,
talent.
from the Nick Saban tree.
He needs
he's
to.
got-
He just needs to be a little bit more careful with his body. They did put him on the IR, so he's out for a minimum of 4 weeks. So hopefully he can get healthy and come back strong. On the Buffalo side, congrats to Buffalo. They look good.
They look pretty solid. Their defense
But I
got
still
a turnover.
think they're right now at the top of their peak.
They need
If-
they need to get that done, Dad. They need to win in the playoffs.
They need to win in the playoffs this year, or next year they might be start going down the other side of that. But Buffalo won 31-10, so that's good. All right, let's go ahead and jump into Chargers at the Panthers.
Let's save that for later. Let's save that for
you
later.
want to save that for last?
I've got an axe to grind with that miserable mess.
Chargers Panthers 26-3. Ooh. We'll go ahead and go on. Saints Cowboys. One of the surprise teams of the year is the Saints.
That offense is humming.
They put up 40 points a game the first 2 games.
47 in week 1, 44. So they've got 91 points in 2
2 games.
That's pretty hot.
That's
The revival of
that's
Alvin,
college football stuff.
The revival of Alvin Kamara
It's amazing what happens when you use the talent you have.
and the revival of Derek Carr.
I've always thought Derek Carr was a good quarterback. I always thought he was underused over at the Raiders.
Especially with how Josh McDaniels misused him.
Oh, definitely there. So Saints, I mean, congrats. I'm really curious to see how they go the rest of the year now. Whether it's again, the first 2 games of the NFL are really hard to pick.
But the Saints have been impressive.
They've been impressive. We had some surprises this week. This was one of my huge surprises. Raiders at the Ravens. The Raiders pull it out 26-23.
Ravens are 0-2. That's a big hole.
How can you have all the talent they had, bring in Derrick Henry, and then lose 2 straight games?
You ask me. I have no clue how to answer that. I mean, is it a coaching problem? Or
I
is
don't
nobody
know.
in sync?
I'm a Lamar Jackson fan, but I'm starting to wonder
If he's reached his peak?
if he runs too much.
If he doesn't analyze the field enough?
I'm thinking the more I watch, the more I think he quits too early. If he would wait one more tick, one more half a second, and keep his eyes downfield, he might find more people open. I don't know, maybe. But I'm really shocked by an 0-2 start by the talent that's on that team. It's really
How
shocking.
about Antonio Pierce and the Raiders playing Raider football so far?
They did. They're playing a little slobber knocker
Raider football.
Raider football, which is good to see. I'm a sort of a Raider fan too. So
Old
it's
school Raider.
old
Don't you
school
like
Raider.
that old school Raider?
The old
Autumn
school-
wind.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
John,
The spikes and the chains and the
the,
stands.
the black hole is a great tradition.
It is, yeah. We had Browns, Jaguars. This is one of my shockers of the week too. The Jaguars,
Playing middling football again.
they're 0-2.
Yep, that's
How about the Ravens 0-2 and Jacksonville 0-2? I did not pick the Browns are teetering on bottom 5 teams in the NFL
well.
because of Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson is
It's
a
terrible.
bad quarterback.
Yes, he's a very bad quarterback.
But the Browns defensive line is
The
a
Browns'
strength.
defensive line is definitely a strength, yeah. They got arguably one of the best players on their defensive line.
And they got a safety in that game that was crucial. So that's what the defense won the game for Cleveland.
Definitely. We had the Jets, Titans.
Aaron Rodgers got his first win as a Jet.
And Will Levis turns the ball over again in a ridiculously stupid way.
Isn't that right? I have a dear friend of mine, Jacob. Hey, how are you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
He's had enough of Will Levis. I've had enough of Will Levis. He's a turnover machine. He loves Mayo too much.
He invents ways to turn the ball over. I mean,
He creates.
he
He's like
creates
Albert
new
Einstein
turnovers.
of turnovers.
I know, yeah, he is.
Do we have to
the
bring-
Thomas Edison. He invents new ways to turn the ball over every week. I don't know how you could go down to one knee, turn the knee, going sideways,
And try to make a play for no
Um,
reason. He forces it.
he forces it.
all
He
the time.
definitely, yeah. The Titans have played good enough, really, to win both games,
But
and
they're
they've
special-
lost both games.
Their special teams, I'll have to add, because the special teams suck right now because they've had 2 blocked punts in 2 games.
2 horrible turnovers, game-changing turnovers,
And
2
the
blocked punts.
In each of those games.
Mm.
One blocked punt in the first game, 1 blocked punt in the other.
Oh, you. One of my biggest shockers, because this was a shock. Again, it's really hard to pick your first couple weeks, but 49ers at the Vikings. Sam Darnold is 2-0. How can Sam Darnold beat the 49ers? Of course, they're Christian McCaffrey-less because of
That
an
might
injury.
make an impact. Plus, he made the Madden cover, so that's...
Oh, well, he ran away. He should have run away from the Madden cover. The Madden curse has got him here now. But the 49ers are 1-1. The Vikings are 2-0. The Ravens are 0-2, and the Vikings are 2-0 with Sam Darnold.
It's topsy-turvy.
It's a little topsy-turvy right now. We had the Seahawks at the Patriots. Took the overtime.
And the Seahawks got the win.
The-
And Geno Smith and Seattle start 2-0.
Yeah, the Patriots, surprisingly for a brand new coach,
Playing,
are playing some pretty good football. They won game 1.
and they took Seattle to OT.
In game 2. So congrats to Gerard Mayo there.
Try to build
Old
that
Tennessee
tough
boy.
culture.
We had the Giants at the Commanders, the somebody had to lose it bowl.
And the Giants had to because they continued to misuse other wide receivers.
The Giants are hapless. They're
Brian-
definitely bottom 5 of the.
Brian
League.
Dable, I
thought
thinking he was an
gonna be good.
offensive genius, but where's the offensive genius so far?
After year 1, I really thought, man, this guy, he's going to do something with the Giants.
And what he did was turn them into a toilet bowl.
Now,
Daniel Jones turns the ball over. He can't read a defense. They
Oh.
can't target Jalen Hyatt. for
Jalen
anything.
Hyatt, you had the Blitnikoff award-winning wide receiver. You brought him in, and how many targets did he get last game? One time. They threw the ball to him one time.
And he's the 5th guy on the depth chart.
I don't know. I think the Giants may end up being
They need a head
the
coach
worst or the second worst team
offensively and the
Period.
entire league.
then in the entire league. We had the Bucks at the Lions.
Baker Mayfield,
Mayfield.
playing great football again.
Again, the Browns could use a good quarterback like that.
Yeah, my team could probably use that right
That's
now
true. Baker Mayfield has found new life though.
with Tampa.
With Tampa. As far as the power ratings now go, Tampa's rated 4th.
And he's playing this well with Todd Bowles.
Yes.
Todd Bowles.
That's showing you some real talent there. If you could get past Todd Bowles' offensive play calling to win. The Lions, that was actually a really good game, though. The Lions haven't lost one at home.
in a very, very long time.
So
that's a testament to military Dan.
The Bucks look real. The Bucks look real. We had the Colts, Packers.
Packers win despite no Jordan Love.
I thought the Packers would struggle a little bit more, but man, the Colts look
Mid.
at best. They scored 10 points on a injury-riddled Packer team.
Not great.
Not great. We had the Rams, Cardinals. Another surprise.
The Cardinals kicked the dog crap
The
out of them.
Cardinals with Kyler
They got the ball
look
to
really good.
They got the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr. just like I told them to.
Man, Marvin Harrison Jr.
He had 134 yards in the first quarter catching the ball.
He looks like he might be
Just like I said, he
just
was the
like his
best
da-
prospect in the draft.
He looks pretty darn good. We had the Steelers Broncos, and just like we said, Steelers are 2-0.
And Mike
Don't
Tomlin.
pick against the Steelers.
And Mike Tomlin is good defensively.
Yeah.
What'd you expect that before?
Yeah. We had one of our games of the week, Bengals Chiefs.
More referee shenanigans or more Chief magic?
I think it's more Chief magic. Both of the calls they had at the end were good calls as far as the penalties go. But somehow the Chiefs win. I know somehow the Chiefs win.
Even with the nag?
Even with the nag. Bears, Texans. The Texans are struggling a little bit more than what I thought they would.
Maybe trying to build in some of those new pieces they got?
Maybe the Texans still won by 6, but they
The Bears' defense looks decent, though.
struggled a little bit, yeah. And then our Monday night game, Falcons, the Eagles.
The Eagles really screwed up that last position they had. That
big
horrific drop by
Big time.
Barkley. And then that defense was Swiss cheese.
The Eagles' defense looks wishy-washy at best.
That secondary was Swiss cheese on that last drive.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad there, yeah. So,
Speaking-
honestly, there's
All right.
not a few powerhouses. All right,
You know
wanna
what?
get out?
It's time for this.
You got to go
because
ahead and get it out.
I'm done with this team right now. The Carolina Panthers are the stinker of the week. Their
We
whole
got-
organization is a dumpster fire. It's the whole organization might as well even be a dumpster fire itself.
You gave up 2 number 1 prospects.
You gave up
draft
Caleb
picks.
Williams.
You gave up
You gave up every
DJ.
more to the Bears.
You got rid of Christian to have the pick. You got just so you could get
Bryce
Young,
and you completely
you-
screw him up.
and you bench him.
And you completely screw him up because David Tepper, I've told you on the way, he might be the worst owner in professional sports. Not just in the NFL, but in all professional sports. Do you
That's
know what
bad.
his record is?
What, as
As
an
a-
owner?
31-70. That's a win-loss percentage, folks. And you
Ew.
wonder why I've had to dig that giant wormhole over there?
To hide in? Because you're a Panther fan.
Because I'm a Panther fan and I've had to watch that garbage.
Yeah.
It's just disgraceful.
Yeah, they have found any way they can to ruin a team. They gave up everything just to have who's starting this week?
Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton.
Instead of
folks.
finding out a way to get your team together,
You put Andy Dalton in there. He's been a journeyman for each of the past 10 years of his career.
and he might come in and win a game or two, but they're not going to win.
They
That's
might-
not the formula.
I don't think
to-
they're going to win a game how they've played.
They may not. I don't
They
know.
might be 0-17, and I might have to flush this thing out of my system.
They said that they're not trading Bryce Young though.
They should right now. I'm considering it for his career safety.
Yeah, for him to
Develop properly.
maybe he. I don't know. Maybe they'll pull something together. I don't know, but it's looking pretty
It's awful.
ugly now. All right, let's just go ahead and jump on into week 3. Thursday night's game, we got the Patriots at the Jets. The Jets are favored by 7. I think it might be closer than that.
Because of Nathaniel Hackett.
Yes, because and John Mayer's going to go. I might actually go with the Patriots plus
Just
7
because
on that.
of Nathaniel Hackett. Because Nathaniel Hackett's presence on an offense just completely, it's like shackles. It's like a anchor on a boat.
Yeah.
You put the Hackett anchor down and the boat doesn't move an inch. That's
Yep.
basically what Aaron Rodgers is dealing with.
Starting on our Sunday's games, we'll go ahead and talk about your Panthers. We got the Panthers at the Raiders.
The Raiders will win by 30.
The line's actually the line opened at 7. Actually, right now it's only 5. So
I don't care.
You definitely got the Raiders.
I don't care. The Raiders will win by 30. I am sick. I am sick.
You're sick of it. Sick of it. We got now. This one's a really interesting one. We got the Ravens at the Cowboys. So either the Ravens are 0-3, or the Cowboys are 1-2. Either way,
The
they're
Crypt Keeper's gonna
they're
completely hover over your shoulders.
They're
like
gonna
this.
they're gonna burn a city down. Either Baltimore's gonna burn down or Dallas is gonna burn down this weekend because of this game. I'm not gonna pick the Cowboys. I have
because Jerry Boy's creeping over your shoulder like
uh,
this.
I have no faith in
Jerry Boyd.
in the organization. I just don't. I would probably pick.
You've
the-
went from bitter
the-
hatred
the
to
Ravens.
apathy.
I am. I'm just, over them. We got the Chargers, Steelers. I'm going to go Steelers again. They're favored by 1.5. I still got to go Steelers. And
Bigger game Jim Harbaugh's at the Chargers, though, so.
yeah, still it's at Pittsburgh. I'm going to lean towards Pittsburgh. This one is interesting. We got the Texans, Vikings. Both of them are 2-0 and 2-0.
I'm going to pick Houston.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Houston.
Houston's favored by 2, and eventually Sam Darnold has to come crashing back down to earth.
And against C.J. Stroud might be
the time to do it. Yeah. We got Eagles, Saints. I'm going to go Saints.
because the Saints are scoring points at will.
Yeah, and the Eagles defense.
Is Swiss cheese.
So if they can put up 40 points against Dallas's defense,
They could definitely do it against Swiss cheese.
yeah, we definitely got the Saints on that one. Broncos, Bucks.
Give me Tampa.
I got Tampa actually pretty big there. I think that might
The
be
Broncos are struggling.
that might be a 10-point game. Packers, Titans.
If the Titans can get their special teams and
The
their
Titans
quarterback to
should
play
win
well.
this game.
Unless
They
Will
got
Levis
talent.
happens. Unless
They-
Will Levis happens.
I'm going to take the Titans just because they should. They're at home. They got more talent. Doesn't
Will
mean
Levis
they
and
will.
special teams.
Oh no.
Will Levis and special teams.
We'll find out after this week just how bad it is. We got the Giants, Browns. As bad as it is, I'm going to go Browns.
Cleveland should win because the Giants
Are
are
just horrible. They're
they
terrible.
can't they don't know how to use a wide receiver.
No. We got the Bears at the Colts. This one's going to be ugly.
You want to go Chicago?
I don't know.
I'm going to pick the Bears.
I'd probably go Bears just because the Colts have looked really terrible. Dolphins, Seahawks. Dolphins
Depends
are
on the
favored.
health of Tua, but
Well, Tua's not coming back. He's on the IR. He's out for 4 weeks.
I'm going to pick Seattle then.
In Seattle, -4 probably, yeah. Now, this one is a very good game. We got the Lions, Cardinals.
I might take Detroit by a hair because
Detroit's favored by 3. I'd probably take that, too. I think they win by 4 to 5 points there. We got the 49ers, Rams. 49ers coming off of a loss, and the Rams have been terrible this year. I think that's a 7 to 10 point game. Chiefs, Falcons.
oh boy, that's Sunday night. We got us some juicy stuff going on. Patrick Mahomes against Kirk Cousins.
Yes. I probably would have to go Chiefs just because they find some way to win. I don't.
Even despite the nag, for those who don't know what we mean by the nag, we're talking about the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs.
Matt Nagy, yeah.
And
He
Patrick
is-
Mahomes carries him like Nagy is the camel, and Patrick is trying to carry him across the finish line.
Yeah, Nagy is not the best offensive play caller in the business. Let's just put it that way. But somehow they find a way around it and win. It's ugly. They're not scoring 35 points. It's ugly, but they find a way to win. Got the Jaguars, Bills. I'm definitely going Bills on this one. The line's -5. That one's pretty easy. And then we got the Commanders at the Bengals. I don't think the Bengals are going to go 0-3.
They defeat the Commanders.
I think it's actually pretty good. I think that's maybe like a 10-point game. Any last words on the NFL here?
Sell the franchise, Tepper. Sell the franchise now. If I don't get a message from the fan board saying that you didn't sell this franchise to someone who knows what they're doing and actually knows how to put a team together, I will dig my wormhole again. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, thanks for checking us out. We hope you had a little fun with us here. We love the NFL football.
I definitely did today.
Yeah. So be sure and check us out again
Next week.
next week.